Not all numbers are born for the balance sheet. Some are born to bring a smile. Some usher the future. Some make you stand tall. Some numbers light a fire and fulfill wishes. Some spoil you silly. Some echo joyful shrieks. Some numbers have smiles written all over them. Some make the planet happy. Some make the planet healthy. Some numbers rise against all odds. Some are made for dreams. Not all numbers are born for the balance sheet. As we spread our wings globally, we at Mahindra believe that the numbers we are most proud of are the number of lives we have touched. Mahindra, together we rise.
India's economic architects, together on one powerful stage, from Nitin Gadkari to Arvind Panagaria and Montek Singh Ahluwalia, visionaries who are shaping India's future, all debating the Viksit Bharat roadmap, where legacy meets leadership. Here, the real policy playbook: finance, roads, reforms, disinvestment. Nothing is off the table. The inside views, uncensored. Only at Adani Business Today, India at 100, 8th August 2025, Shangri-La Eros, New Delhi.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to you on this lovely Wednesday morning as far as markets are concerned. The pain on the Lal Street continues. The Reserve Bank of India's credit policy has been ignored by the market. In any case, there were no changes there. Repo rate, bank rate as well as the CRR rate has been kept constant to where they were in the previous policy. Transmission is happening slowly but surely, and of course the view on inflation is benign as also on growth. All forecasts that were earlier on inflation growth have been kept constant. Let's come back to the markets, and a little later in the show we'll show you what the Reserve Bank of Governor Mr. Malhotra told investors and the Lal Street from Mint Street in a while. But let's look at the Nifty. 24,550 for you, again 92 points lower. The broader sheet of the Nifty, if you look at the daily graph, will show you the index now below the 100-day moving average. This is the price which was earlier there on 13th of June. Therefore, we are now at a fresh almost 2-month low as far as markets are concerned. This is the 6th continuous week of declines for various reasons which I will enumerate a little later. But as far as the weekly chart is concerned, now we are precariously testing the 21-week moving average, somewhere like 24,537, 24,540. So that's the state as far as the Nifty is concerned. We'll also look at the Bank Nifty today. There was a bit of a spike because of the credit policy that came in, but all those gains were lost. Again, 5 continuous weeks of losses. At the moment, the Bank Nifty is again at its lowest since Friday, June 13th. So again, a 6-week low or a 2-month low, depending upon what chart you would like to say. The 100-day moving average is a little further away as far as the Bank Nifty is concerned, 54,942. As far as the 100-day moving average is concerned, we are still at 55,270. Now, the worst hit, ladies and gentlemen, is the CNX IT index, the software sector. pain continues, and we now have a price of 34,480 on this. This is the lowest we've seen since April of 2025. Selling pressure is unabated, relentless. People are booking out from frontline counters as far as the CNX Nifty is concerned. Broadly, the market retains a negative character. You've seen advanced decline of just 520 shares versus 1950. So it's a 1:4 advanced decline ratio. For every 1 share in the green, 4 shares are in the red. We track 19 indices for you. All 19 of them are in the red. The top losing index is the Nifty Realty Index, and that's because there was a section in the market that was expecting a 25 basis rate cut, which would have helped real estate stocks, but that's not coming at all. 2.4% lower as far as the Nifty Realty Index is concerned. Selling on the Nifty Alpha 50, which is the index where you see a lot of high beta stocks. You have 1.95% downtick on the Nifty Alpha index. Mid cap select index is down 1.3%, small cap is down 1.2%, and there is really nothing to talk about in terms of advanced decline. Look at the Nifty small cap index. Out of 100 shares, 90 are in the red. In the mid cap index, out of 100 shares, 85 are in the red. So it's a slow, a steady decline. Events come and go, but the market continues to see profit booking. Now, coming to the reasons, there are 3. The deadline for higher tariffs on Indian merchandise exports to the US is tomorrow. That is a pain point, a huge pain point for the market. 2, Q1 results have been nothing to talk about. So people, investors and traders have booked intense profit as far as the numbers are concerned. And if you look at the FII numbers, they are just withdrawing money as far as the month is concerned. If you look at the numbers for 5th of June, it was flat sales, but since July of 21st, it's a daily sale number that is coming, and for the month of August so far, about 11,000 crore rupees have been withdrawn. If you see the monthly number, July was 47,666 crores of net sales, and that's how the issue is in the market. Now, what we'll do, ladies and gentlemen, is we'll listen to what the RBI governor said in his opening remarks, a note to investors, to the broader public, in terms of what the RBI Monetary Policy Committee thought when it held rates steady. Let's hear that out.
A detailed assessment of the evolving macroeconomic and financial developments and the outlook, the MPC voted unanimously to keep the policy repo rate under the Liquidity Adjustment Facility (LAF) unchanged at 5.5%. Consequently, the standing deposit facility rate shall remain unchanged at 5.25%, and the marginal standing facility rate and the bank rate at 5.75%. The MPC also decided to continue with the neutral stance. The MPC noted that while headline inflation is much lower than projected earlier, it is mainly due to volatile food prices, especially in vegetables. Core inflation, on the other hand, has remained steady around the 4% mark as anticipated. Inflation is projected to go up from the last quarter of this financial year. Growth is robust and as per earlier projections, though of course below our aspirations. The uncertainties of tariffs are still evolving. Monetary policy transmission is continuing. The impact of the 100 basis points rate cut since February 2025 on the broader economy is still unfolding. On balance, therefore, the current macroeconomic conditions, outlook, and the uncertainties call for continuation of the policy repo rate of 5.5% and wait for further transmission of the front-loaded rate cut to the credit markets and to the broader economy. Accordingly, the MPC unanimously voted to keep the repo rate unchanged. The MPC further resolved to maintain a close vigil on the incoming data and the evolving domestic growth inflation dynamics to chart out the appropriate monetary policy path. Accordingly, all members decided to continue with the neutral stance.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is the crux of what the RBI governor informed the Lal Street. So a view coming in from Mint Street for investors, for traders, for equity strategists in terms of where rates could be headed, how GDP growth is looking, and how inflation is being tackled. Core inflation, the governor says, is still steady at 4%. The downtick that you see in retail CPI inflation is primarily because of low prices of crude oil and the 100 basis point rate cut which the RBI did in February is slowly moving into the system, into the money market, into the broader economy. So at this point of time, rates were held. I wish I had something positive to say about the markets as far as the near-term scenario is concerned. Everybody waits with bated breath, whether it's North Block, whether it's fund managers, whether it's equity strategists, long-term investors in India, as to work out the longer-term impact of tariffs, higher tariffs that are coming in tomorrow. But be rest assured, this is just a small hurdle, a bit of a struggle, a bit of a, how should I say, nitpick when it comes to the broader economy as far as India is concerned. US exports to the US, especially merchandise exports, are just $90 billion. They are just 18% of overall Indian exports and just 2% of Indian GDP. So nothing major is at stake. What is hit is sentiment, coupled with the fact that there is next to no participation in the market on the long side. No long trades are working. There are no volumes worth talking about in frontline counters. So this is a time of reflection. This is a time of consolidation in the market. Yes, we are slipping lower on a daily basis, but those are intraday moves, daily moves, weekly moves. Not much should be read about them. The resilience of the Indian economy is in place. The government is working overtime to ease the impact of these tariffs, and a lot of focus is now moving towards the domestic economy. We are moving into the festival season. Sales volumes and numbers for the second quarter should be far better than the first quarter, and of course should also be better than the quarter a year ago. So have faith, have belief. Do not stop your systematic investment plans in mutual funds. This is the time when the markets slip that the law of averaging works in your favor, and you get to buy more units of your selected funds compared with what they were 2-3 months ago. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'd also like to invite you to the 2 p.m. show. A very, very important fund manager and an excellent fund, someone that has created huge returns in Indian markets, will be our guest of honor. Please do join us at 2 p.m. on Superstar Funds.
Not all numbers are born for the balance sheet. Some are born to bring a smile. Some usher the future. Some make you stand tall. Some numbers light a fire and fulfill wishes. Some spoil you silly. Some echo joyful shrieks. Some numbers have smiles written all over them. Some make the planet happy. Some make the planet healthy. Some numbers rise against all odds. Some are made for dreams. Not all numbers are born for the balance sheet. As we spread our wings globally, we at Mahindra believe that the numbers we are most proud of are the number of lives we have touched. Mahindra, together we rise.
India's economic architects, together on one powerful stage. From Nitin Gadkari to Arvind Panagaria and Montek Singh Ahluwalia, visionaries who are shaping India's future. All debating the Viksit Bharat roadmap, where legacy meets leadership. Here, the real policy playbook, finance, roads, reforms, disinvestment, nothing is off the table. The inside views, uncensored. Only at Adani Business Today, India at 100, 8th August 2025, Shangri-La Eros, New Delhi.
A very excited launch by Bharti Airtel today, and to talk more about it, we have with